What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic at Dig Afternoon Grind. Talking about ESPN coming to terms with Top Rank for a multi-year deal, which is a minimum 4 years. According to reports, I'm gonna put the link in the description so you can read the whole article as well. Basically, like I told you guys, like a couple months ago, before the Pacquiao and Horn bout, when they said they were going to televise that on ESPN, it was a trial run for Top Rank on ESPN with their fights, and I think the Pacquiao Horn fight really catapulted, or made ESPN commit to Top Rank. Really, to be honest, I was surprised that they committed 4 years because of the two other mismatches they had with Lomachenko, Moraga, and Ndongo and Crawford, pretty much, and the lack of promotion they did for Terrence Crawford and Ndongo kind of made me think they might waver a little bit. Then the Rigondeaux and Errol Spence little Mitch Mack controversy and all that shit that had happened. But once you really think about it, it's not that bad once you figure out television ratings and how it goes. Even with Lomachenko doing 750K and then Terrence Crawford doing about over 900K average. Those are tremendous numbers on ESPN for a Saturday night. Usually, average Saturday night without basketball on ESPN is a dud. If you watch ESPN faithfully, you notice now they're not running so much sports center as they used to, like way a long time ago. Now you see poker, bowling. Usually bowling on Sundays right before, after NFL Sunday, their little TV show in the morning. That changed. That I don't like no more. You see a lot of bowling. Now you see even on Saturday afternoons, you see drone flying. You see in the Pro-Am basketball game. So they're really trying to fill that void in Saturday afternoon, especially after college football season goes off. Usually, the SEC does a lot of regular ESPN fights. Like it'll be, football games. It'll be a lot of Alabama maybe versus Tennessee or something like that on channel. If it's not a CBS Alabama game or they got another big game in the SEC. So ESPN is just constantly trying to get those high TV ratings on Saturday night. And if you know about TV ratings, Saturday night is usually the dead zone for TV. That's why you notice if you watch football, the worst matchup in the first round of the NFL is always Saturday 9, like 8, 9-ish. That's the worst matchup because that's the dead zone for TV because people out there partying and doing other stuff on a Saturday. So that's the dead zone. So ESPN really filled the void with Top Rank by filling the dead zone right there with boxing. They know the boxing community. They shown it. Pacquiao did the big numbers, biggest cable network boxing bout in a long time, like 30, 40 years or some shit like that. And they see 750K and 900K, then they have to hit 1 million because usually it's not 1 million people that's going to tune in to watch whatever they're showing, that night, because it's not the most popular football game in the fall, and in the winter it's usually not basketball games on a lot. You got them Tuesday or Wednesday or Monday now during the week, so they filled the void right there, and they gave Top Rank 18 fight dates for a whole year, and I still don't think that's enough to for them to get by, in my opinion. I mean, you got 12 months. You can do one fight a month, and then you can do 6 more fights. So main event fight. So it may be enough, but if they want to keep it in-house fights, but also you can stack them on cards and stuff of that nature as well. So that might be enough for Bob. I think rethink that's enough. He doesn't have a Heyman roster, but yeah, what was so funny about it is Bob Arum was so adamant and so confident that every fight would hit 1 million on ESPN after the Horn and Pacquiao dilemma, but it didn't. And ESPN is perfectly happy for Top Rank to put on these mismatches because with names, boxing fans are still going to follow. So at minimum, they're going to have 500, 600K, and that's better than whatever they put on at that time. And they have a matchmaker that approves each Top Rank bout, ESPN, and he approved 2 mismatches on the back end, but a unification, undisputed fight, you can't blame him on. But definitely a good look for boxing. Good look for Top Rank. They got the platform they need to put on their in-house fights. And let's see if let's see if they make the Rigondeaux fight. Let's see if they make fights with other competitors. I mean, ESPN is just typically gonna be happy with whatever they get from Top Rank at this point, because they got two shitty ass fights that did, I don't want to say shitty ass fights, but shitty ass ratings. They did under 1 million with the Moraga Lomachenko and Dongo and Crawford fight. So pretty much they happy with those ratings. That's the number that they expect to hit, and I think it's way over the number they expect to hit. And Top Rank can do those numbers. Will you see a lot of big fights on ESPN now? Will he fight with other competitors? I think not. I think you're going to get the same thing you got, virtually 3 mismatches, and that's what you're going to get unless they start working with other competitors. And that's what you got with PBC Al Heyman a lot, too. A lot of mismatches until they really, really buckle down on him. And, I don't think ESPN is going to buckle down on Bob Arum. They're going to be happy and content with the fights they get. It's going to be up to the fans to really buckle down and do it. But it's a great deal for boxing, great thing for Bob Arum, regular ESPN fights. But, he got 2 other fights out of the 3 that didn't hit 1 million. He was talking shit about Showtime not doing 1 million. His fight's not fighting doing 1 million on Showtime. But he's not doing 1 million on a basic cable platform. So it is what it is. We gone.